EVA Business Class on their Boeing 777 was a super comfortable and efficient experience. One thing I can say is that cabin crew were extremely efficient whilst maintaining their welcoming and friendly service, and everything just runs as it's supposed to. My journey started in Taipei at one of EVA's many lounges, the Infinity Lounge, and I only had time to grab a quick breakfast from the buffet. I decided to finish off with matcha ice cream, which was definitely the right choice to make at 8 a.m. in the morning. It was the best thing about my breakfast, super delicious, and I paired this off with some nuts before making my way to my gate. The flight to Hanoi was departing from the bus gate, which was fine because we got to drive past EVA's fleet and I got to see their Hello Kitty plane. The business class cabin on this Boeing 777 is divided into two, and I was in the back cabin. The cabin is in a one-to-one herringbone configuration with all seats facing forward. The back cabin was pretty empty, and that's why I chose my seat there. Waiting for me at my seat were a pillow and headphone case. As soon as I was seated, I was asked whether I wanted something to drink. I opted for sparkling water. Cabin crew passed out menus. However, EVA have a kind of book the cook service where you can order special meals that won't appear on the menu. You'll have to make your order at least 24 hours before your flight. Before I knew it, the safety instruction video was playing and we were making our way to the runway, prepping for a super smooth takeoff. Meal service began as soon as we reached altitude. Given that this was only a 3-hour flight, serving all the courses on one tray does save a lot of time. I had a kind of wrap thing for starter, which I have no idea what it was. The cabin crew also came around with a choice of hot bread. I opted for garlic bread and ciabatta. There was a mini fruit platter and then tiramisu for dessert. I then finished off with some green tea and a plum liqueur, which was really tasty. The best part of the meal was the dish that I ordered. Do not be fooled by the appearance, it was really tasty. I think now is a good time to discuss how much this flight costs. I bought this flight as part of a connecting flight from Incheon to Taipei and then onwards to Hanoi. These flights cost me 30,000 Aeroplan points plus 88.8 Canadian dollars in fees and taxes. I bought these points whilst they were on promotion. So in total, these flights cost me 565 Canadian dollars, which is approximately $485 US dollars or 383 British pounds. The economy class flight for this fare is around 350 to 550 British pounds. So I paid on the low end of what an economy class ticket would cost. The business class fare is around 661 British pounds, so I saved 44% off the standard cash fare. Anyone can do it. More info in the description. Now let's take a closer look at the seat. I really like this design. You have plenty of space to stretch out. So much space that my feet couldn't reach the footstool. If privacy is something that concerns you whilst flying, the direction of the seats means that you are not facing any passengers. If you are sitting by the window, you'll be facing the window, which is quite nice during a day flight. When the TV is sitting flush in the back of your seat, you can't see it, so you'll need to press this button here to watch TV, and therefore the position of the screen means that you can't continue to use it during takeoff and landing. The TV is touchscreen, but I found it easier to use the old school remote. Next to the remote, you have a light, a mini storage panel and seat controls. The table folds out like so. You have some further storage below too, but nothing you can securely keep your things in. The seat also has an additional armrest which can't be used during taxi, takeoff and landing, but made the seat extra comfortable whilst up in the sky. The headphone came in a nice sturdy case which was labelled as disinfected. The headphones are not noise cancelling but are still pretty good, and as soon as I plugged them in they automatically started to play classical music, which I think is a really cool touch. And also the pillow was super soft and bouncy. The blanket was available on request. Now I'm not sure if amenity kits are available on this short flight, but to be honest I should have asked if these were available. I had to test out the lie flat position, and you know what? I was thoroughly impressed. In the lie flat position there was plenty of space. I'm 5'8" and there was so much space past my feet, and the foot compartment is not narrow, so there's plenty of space for maneuverability. The business class cabin had 2 toilets and both were really spacious with a selection of toiletries but no other bits and pieces like dental kits. But the facial spray was well appreciated as my skin was so dry. This is my 4th flight this week, and as much as I love flying business class, my skin was starting to suffer a little bit. Maybe this is TMI, but I can't be the only one who gets dry skin whilst flying. After the bathroom checked, I returned to my seat for the rest of the flight and watched House of Dragon while sipping on Earl Grey tea. Check out this video next, and I will see you in the next video.